Good morning. This is Tuesday and December 1st, right? And still it's outside dark. It's 7:20 a.m. now, but still it looks dark outside. But that's the way the life is. If there is a dark, and there's going to be a bright, right? I wanted to tell you a very interesting story, or it is a sad story actually. I'm starting a morning with a sad story. The reason because today is a World AIDS Day. Many of you would have experienced your loved ones or friends in 80s and 70s. They just died like a flies because of AIDS and HIV. And those days the drugs were not there and they were just coming out and it's not accessible. Today the drugs are available and it's very well advanced drugs thanks to the US government and Bill Gates Foundation. The drugs are widely available and it's mostly free. And in America, it is absolutely free. You can get the care if you have HIV or AIDS. So there's a lot of people, they are living a very healthy lifestyle, like Magic Johnson, the basketball player. There's a lot of people. What I want to tell you is, in 2008, I made a film called You Are Rejected. This is about a film of the man who believes the God destroyed homosexuals in Sodom and Gomorrah. But the same God, why he did not destroy these people in Atlanta, which is the southeast headquarters for gay people, and in SanFransico is the world headquarters of gay people. Right? Why the God did not destroy? So how do you find it? So you have to go and live with them, or you have to go and ask them and find out. So George Lee Clark is a crazy guy. So I followed him for 18 months and we shot this film called You Are Rejected. That's the first time I met a man called Ron. Now he's my good friend. Ron is a very well educated, wonderful man, and 6 foot tall, very handsome man, and he's an environmental engineer. As a matter of fact, he takes care of Atlanta's drinking water facilities. He's the man who actually provides us drinking water that I learned when I met him in 2008. What Ron told me was, Ron actually born and raised in nearby state in Tennessee, where a very conservative and a Christian family, and he had 3 sisters and a mom and a father, and father never had a good relation with them. And he was some kind of inclining towards men, and so they were told him that because he's raised by mostly women, so he's behaving like a woman, or he's having interest towards a man, something like that. He couldn't believe all that, and he also thought maybe that is true. But after his high school education, he goes to college, then he finds out he's a gay. And once he's graduated, he could not stay in Tennessee, so he comes to Atlanta. When he came to Atlanta, and he already have a job, and he lives in a beautiful condominium. He has a lot of friends, and he started to have gay sex with the men, but he told me he was very protective and he was using condom and he was very cautious. And after a while he started to use a drug. I mean, the people, they started to share an injection. That is the most dangerous thing. When you share a needle, that is the one transmits the lot of communicable diseases. You have to be very careful. You have to be really, really careful whatever the lifestyle you are doing, and never share a needle and never use drugs. So Ron was using drugs, and while he was using a drug, twice he did not even have a protected sex. So one fine morning he finds out HIV. So Ron thought the world is totally doomed and he's gone. But the doctors told them there's a lot of medicines available and it can be taken care of him. Then he started to go to counseling places, and he met a priest in the church, and the church told him that, this is hilarious here, the church told him they could reactivate him back to heterosexual. So he believed. So he went to go every Tuesday and a Thursday and listening to the priest. Now Ron believes that he's heterosexual. He does not have any gay sexual tendencies, and he's no longer the HIV is going to affect him. I mean, it's like it's non-traceable, but still he might have them. But the drugs are superior. So what I'm trying to tell you is, I told Ron too in the film. I confronted him, and but he believes that people can be changed if you are a gay, and if a priest or a medicine can change you back to a straight lifestyle. But I told Ron, and I also gave him a lot of literature and psychological literature and medical journal literatures. We all know that, and it's not that one fine morning you wake up and you are a gay and I'm a straight. No, that's the way we were born. So we have to accept ourselves. So that is what I told Ron. And what I'm going to tell you is that awkward moment when you hear something that kills you inside, but you have to act like you are fine. That is exactly Ron was doing. And I also swallowed my pride, and I started to accept what Ron was telling, because that's what makes Ron happy. So, but I told Ron, stay negative. And generally, I tell you people stay positive, but this time I'm going to tell you stay negative, because you have to stay negative on this situation. Otherwise, you will have a problem with HIV and AIDS and all this. So this is World AIDS Day. So that is what it is, and the life is like that. We have to accept it, and it's going to be 70 degree. My TV is just showing, so that's nice, but still looks dark outside. So that's about it. Bye. Good morning. See you all later.